Good evening, VPG. Week number 4 is almost underway. Welcome back from weekend off. Straight back to it. Monday, 8 p.m. stream. We're here Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday this week. Like I said, it is week number 4. And as per usual, we've got 4 fantastic games for you live tonight. So let's go around the houses while we wait for this first game to kick off. First up, league leaders in the UK Premier Heritage. They are hosting Wizardry, who sit in 7th place. We saw them last week, 0-0 against Black Sheep. No wins in their last 5, so they'll be looking to change things tonight, quite frankly. Second is the UK Pro Series More Cup football for you. Conquer take on Lincoln City Esports. Lincoln City, of course, involved in that. One of the game of the seasons, if not game of the season, in that season 12 in the cup as well. So big things expected from them tonight. They are the underdogs going into this game tonight. Channel newbies Conquer. Good to see them. Game number 3 is league leaders in the Esports Premier. It is Europa Esports taking on Portuguese Giants. 3rd place last season for the win. That is at 8:45. And then the main event of the evening, Prolific taking on Braunschweig. That is 8th place, 6th respectively. And yeah, that strike partnership of Crimmy and Crimmy looks pretty dangerous, I reckon. That is our 9:15 tonight. Ignore that time in the middle. That's naughty old time. Right then. It is then league leaders in the UK Premier first and foremost. Guys, you know how this works nowadays. It's the UK Premier always kicks us off. And it's usually a banger. Just trying to get the stream up ready. It is 720p tonight, so apologies for that. Letting the boys know we are good to go. Just sat in the Heritage lobby right now. There's live scenes. Here we go. Everyone in, including that man playing as any Harry Newman tonight. He is the man in form. 6 goals, 4 assists. Top of that leaderboard for Heritage. Teek's close behind him though, his strike partner with 5 goals. 11 played, 9 wins, just the 2 losses. Of course, we saw one of those on stream against Prolific, who again we're going to see later on. This is number 5. We're in week 4. We've seen them 5 times, unbeaten in those 5, but this is about Heritage and Wizardry. Saw both of these last week as well, so we know all about these guys. And a big birthday shout out to the Don Unsal. What a lovely birthday present. 3 points and a couple of assists would be for that man. Lucas keeps his place in the team as well. Good to see him sticking around for some game time. Let's have a little look at the chat. Why does everyone pick precision shooting over assisted? Yeah, he's got you there. Moving over then to Wizardry. 0-0 last week against Black Sheep. I would say that the knight in shining armor for the Wizardry boys was Tommy in centre midfield. He is the top rated. 6 assists, 4 goals from centre midfield for that man. He is the one shining star for those boys. 7th place at the moment, which, to be honest, in the UK Prem is not a bad run out, to be fair. But they'll wanna climb up that table. Big ask for them tonight, but stranger things have happened. They do have Josh up front, but it doesn't look like he's playing tonight. He's on 17 goals, so yeah, I mean, Ghost J may well be him. If it is him, he's on 17 goals. We'll keep an eye out for him anyway. Most draws in the UK Prem though, so that's 5 out of 10. Draw specialists take on league leaders. I can already sense it. Right then, let's do this. Week number 4. It's flying by. It is flying by. We're straight in tonight. 3 minutes late, but we'll take it because we've had some late starts this season so far. These two pretty well behaved. Right, it is Heritage, aka Galatasaray. I won't bore you with the backstory on that one. They're in your white from left to right. Like I said, league leaders. Off we go, taking on Wizardry. That 0-0 last week, which It was a good 0-0, to be fair. I was talking about that 0-0 just today, so quite clearly it was still on my mind. But Wizardry will look to go one better. And why not? Why not? Here is the birthday boy. Don Unsal gives it to Teagues, who had that breakout season last season as Heritage lifted the cup. Brad breaks into the box, gets to the byline, stabs it in, and Great Wall comes out, collects it. It was a tame cross in the end. Brad did well up until that point, and there's the 90-yard clearance. And I tell you what, it's a 90-yard through ball, flicked on by Carlos. Jacko's gone first time, keeps it alive to the danger man, Tommy. Headed down again by Carlos. There is Jacko, and it's 1-0 from the knockdown. Slots it home from close range, and there is the reason why Wizardry will not be writing themselves out of this game at all, despite being 6 places below the current league leaders, the current league champions. Welcome to VPG UK Premier, where nothing ever goes the way you think. Halsey playing the base in midfield tonight alongside Brookie. Mickleback, I'll say it every time he's on one of my streams, once scored a hat-trick from centre-back. Crazy. Brad to Teagues, one of 2 danger men for Heritage. Strike partnership worth 11 goals this season so far. Brad again seen a lot of the ball. Jacko comes across, slams the door in his face, and I tell you what, Wizardry got joy out of that 90-yard through ball. Of course it was a through ball, so why not go for it again? 2 CDMs combining nicely, but Tommy is there again, action man in midfield, waiting for the overlap. No, he's gonna go for it. Oh, it needed a big save from a big goalkeeper as well. Zinni plucked that one out of the top corner. Is there anything that Tommy cannot do? What an attempt. What an attempt. Edge of the box, strange one. I mean, it's worked because it's come across and Jack is there to tap it in. The centre-back will not get an easier goal all season, and they've doubled the lead on 15 minutes. Black shirts queuing up. They say thank you very much. Wow. That was a strange corner routine, but I tell you what, sometimes strange works, and it looked as if they'd worked on that one before. It worked an absolute treat, and if he didn't put it in, his teammate would have. Heritage just a bit shell-shocked at the moment. I wouldn't even say they've had a slow start. Wizardry have just been absolutely potent in front of goal so far. 20 minutes in, 2-0. What a start to the week, boys and girls. Here is Harry Newman. Probably the first touch for him today. The Don gives it to Teagues, edge of the box, hands off to Brookie. Just that one pass again. That is what we're finding so far with the league leaders. Brad goes down. He was taken out by his own man. This time Brookie was taken out by the opposition. They could have had the free kick. Decided against it. They'll recycle. Halsey finds striker's feet. Teagues lays it off first time. Edge of the box. The Don, that's who they want to give it to on the edge of the box. Brookie breaks through. Smithy is there, completes the clearance. Not a 90-yard clearance this time, so it's going to come straight back at them. Bradwin's seen a lot of the ball on this near side. To no avail so far. There's the gaffer for Wizardry, Wyrus. Good turn from him in the middle of the park. Good football from Wizardry as well. There is the gaffer. Over the top it goes. Gets it back. Edge of the box. Don't think that was intended target, although it was Tommy, so maybe. And they're winning a lot of knockdowns. The 2 goals courtesy of 2 knockdowns. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But Wizardry, their tactics so far have been absolutely spot on. Tommy fizzes one into striker's feet, again finding its target via a deflection. Wyrus just chooses the wrong way. Jay sweeps up nicely. The Don almost gets in the way. There's the goal scorer. His pass is cut out. Here we go. Heritage are going for this. They've got to. 2 goals down. The Don tries to squeeze one over the top. Red is he. What a signing that is, by the way. Very, very good, capable centre-back playing on that right-hand side of defence tonight. Heads home to his goalkeeper, Great Wall. Flicked on again to Carlos. Seen a lot of the ball. He's played well. Jacko breaks into the box. Jay. It was a good tackle. Of course it was a good tackle. Dangerous one, but it was a good tackle nonetheless. The Don, there is the birthday boy. Don Usal slides through. Last season's top goal scorer, squares it, gets taken out in the process. Absolutely nothing given. The referee is not interested whatsoever. And Wairus goes for the worldie through ball. Doesn't make it. He had options as well. He could have picked one of 2 or 3 worldie through balls there. They keep possession nonetheless, and they'll go again. This game is wide open, but I tell you what, there's a Stonewall penalty on the other end. Great Wall committed himself, took out Teagues, absolutely nothing given. Referee didn't look one bit interested. And here come Wizardry on another attack. It's headed down once again. Carlos gets a shot off, and I tell you what, I do think that was nestling in the back of the net. Good defending from the experienced Mickelback. Wizardry are keeping on the pressure. 7th place Wizardry, don't forget, the most draws in the league. Played 10, drawn 5. Clearly a difficult team to beat. They've only lost the 1 game. In fact, Heritage have lost more than them this season. They've played a game extra. But they're looking to sort that stat right out here with a handing another potential loss to Heritage as they go short to the gaffer. Down the line it goes. Another set piece is well worked. Teagues picks it up. Time to turn. Willing runners to the left and the right. Goes left. Finds his strike partner. Harry Newman loses his man. Gets to the byline. Back post. Is the header on? The header is on. It took a deflection. It will be a corner. A goal before half-time here is exactly what Heritage need. Whether it's deserved or not, I'm not sure. I'll leave that open to the chat to discuss. That had some whip on it. That was a front post flick on. Had some absolute venom on it. Tommy goes over the top. Won't get any change out of it. Lucas is there providing that support. And the referee's going to let them play on here despite that clock in the top left-hand corner reading way over the stoppage time. And they're also going to get a free kick for their troubles as well. Much like the corner a short while ago, a goal here is just what the doctor ordered for Heritage. Ball comes, I was going to say ball comes in, the ball does not come in. Instead, it goes towards the goal. I've missed my half-time whistle. Wow. What a good half of competitive pro clubs that was. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the VPG. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Wizardry, I said on commentary, their tactics have been spot on. The knockdowns, not only is it knocking it down to the right player, but the right player has to be in the right position as well. The balls forward have been good. The balls into the box have been good. The knockdowns have been spot on. And then there's always a player, or sometimes even 2, to make sure they're there to put it away. And that's exactly what they've done. And defensively, they've looked good. Should Heritage have had a penalty? I'm going to say yes. Normally I sit on the fence about these things, but that was a Stonewaller. So, hey, you can count themselves lucky, but you make your own luck. 2-0 up. Nothing lucky about that whatsoever. Heritage, I think, they just got hit like a bat out of hell coming out of the dressing room to start this game. It's unfortunate because they're the league leaders. They'll be looking to do back-to-back UK Premier trophy lifts, but along the way to do that, they will be expecting to beat the teams who currently occupy mid-table, like this Wizardry side. Like I said earlier on, they are a tricky side to beat. Not so much a tricky side to draw with. Crimmy, yeah, I like the strike partnership up front is Crimmy and Crimmy, which is just unbelievable stuff, mate. You're going to make it 5 wins from 5 on stream for sure. Strike partnership like that. Harry Newman, edge of the box. Gives it to Halsey. Here's the birthday boy. Don gives it to Teagues. It's going to ricochet to Harry Newman. Shot block after shot block. Halsey keeps it alive. Good work. Mickle back into Jay. Gives it to Brookie. To Teagues. That seems to be the goal at the moment, is give it to Teagues or give it to Harry Newman. 11 goals between them so far this season. That breakout season for Teagues last season. 30 plus goals. No one was expecting it. Not even Teagues. Well, we could just stream all your games, Crimmy. Hire me and we'll go halfers. Harry Newman. Once again, edge of the box. The Don gives it to Harry. Gets the shot off. It's blocked. It will be kept alive by Lucas, who got an assist last week as well. Wizardry holding on in there. Leaving 2 men up front as well. Brave from the team that are 2-0 up. And 7th in the table, don't forget. This is 7th place first. And it is the side top of the table who are 2 goals down. Harry Newman looking for Lucas on this left-hand side. It will come straight back. Wizardry camped in their own, I say their own half, their own box, really. Don gets completely and utterly shrouded out there. 2v2 at the back. And with the amount of flick-ons that this side are winning, here's Carlos, breaks into the box, gets the shot off, and it's just gone wide via some kind of deflection. Be it the centre-half or the goalkeeper, I'm not too sure. Zinni will claim it. He'll claim the save. I can't find Zinni at the moment. Oh, there he is. Delightfully wearing the same kit as his side. Always helpful. Wyrus goes near post, and they're not going to get anything out of that. The set pieces have been fantastic so far for Wizardry. And we've said it previously. We've seen it a lot in the VPG Esports Premier. If you're drawing a lot of games, which Wizardry are doing, they're a hard team to beat, and rightly so. They're a good side. Sometimes you just need that one thing just to get you over the line. Why not make it a set piece? Why not work extra hard on those set pieces? Because they're matching a lot of teams this season. 5 draws in 10 games, just a 1 loss. Edge of the box. Tommy heads it down to Smithy. He's got all the time in the world. Speaking of which, Carlos as well. It's blocked. Wyrus finds Smithy again. The original shot taker. Texi, our cameraman, thank you for that tonight. Does clear it. It's going to fall to Bradwin's feet. Again, Heritage coming forward in droves. Wizardry, a rare counter-attack there. I mean, a 3rd goal would have completely and utterly put this game to bed. Good work from Bradwin, although Wyrus, the gaffer, is there to intercept. But Brookie and co. win it back high up. Tommy's there this time. What a good game. What a good game. Bradwin takes it under a spell. The Don runs out of pitch. Just over 20 minutes left. I mean, the rest of the boys in this league will be loving this result. Brookie, edge of the box. Halsey into the Don's feet. Tommy's there again. And another clearance this time from Q Joe. But the likes of Prolific, Gaffers in the chat, Crimmy, Black Sheep, they've all got a game in hand over Heritage as well. They can't catch him with a loss here. Tommy, take a bow into his gaffer, who will be loving that touch. Carlos has had a fantastic game. Moves dispossessed. Here goes the Don, slides it through. That's where he does his best work. Looking for those 2 strikers. Bradwin not on because Tommy is there once again. Can he get 2 man of the matches in a row? Ball slid through to Carlos, who I've been very impressed with. Into the box. Almost finds the head of his strike partner, Jacob, but it is headed home as Zinni takes just a little bit longer than I thought he would like. Moves into Joe. Carlos again has space on that left-hand side, which I do think that ball was meant for. 15 minutes for Heritage to do something, because at the moment it's going to be the UK Premier rivals rubbing their hands at this result, and even Wizardry themselves, to be fair. Teagues into Harry Newman. Halsey into Mickelback, the emergency striker. Ball almost fell to Teagues. Had his pocket pinched at the last second. Texi picks it up. Man short at the back now, because there's the big man at the back post. Waiting for this knockdown. He's going to get it. Knocks it down. Fount is there. Completes the clearance. It's 3v3 onto this left-hand side where Wyrus is waiting. Big switch. I don't think he's going to get it, though. It does eat more valuable seconds, though. No wins in their last 5 in all competitions for Wizardry. So to find themselves 2 goals up against league leaders after 15 minutes, I think they would have been just as shocked as most people. But such is competitive 11s, boys and girls. That's why we tune in every week. Brooksy. It's patient from Heritage. We see this a lot. But when they're 2 goals down, we saw it last week when they were 0-0, eventually lost that game. Maybe just some more urgency at times for this Heritage side. But Wizardry have played this game perfectly, and it looks like they're going to take all 3 points here, barring something spectacular. Great Wall comes out, sweeps that up. They will get a throw in on that far side, though, and if they're going to get anything out of this game, it's got to be now. It's got to be now or never. Brookie swings it in back post. It's a fantastic ball, just no one on the same wavelength. Edge of the box by Lucas, headed down, gives it to Texi this time, is the second emergency striker up from centre back. Why not? Why not? Is it too little too late, as Jojo once said, though, for this Heritage side? Top of the table, defending champions. Near post, Fount is there. He was quality last week as well, Fount. Big shout out to him. Another corner, back-to-back corners for the league leaders. Looking unlikely to get anything out of this game other than a consolation. Tommy says no. Clearance, not good. And nor was that one either, but they are going to get over the line even if they concede here. Redizzy beats Mickle back in the air. Carlos, do you know what? Says anywhere will do. I don't think he meant there, but he's going to get away with it. And fair play to Wizardry. They turned up and defied the odds. And the rest of the UK Premier will be very, very happy with that result, as will Wizardry. Tell you what, as well, it blows this title race wide open, because although Wizardry are in 7th place, they'll be looking up for sure. They'll be looking up the table, and why not? With performances like that, not just the team performance, not just individual performance, but tactically as well. I think Rouse got that absolutely spot on tonight, and very, very professional performance. Get yourself 2 goals to the good, and they didn't really need to do much else. Did they sit in and absorb pressure? Yes, they absolutely did. Would I have done the same? Yes, I absolutely would. Did they look dangerous on the counter-attack still? Yes, they did. Man of the match goes to Tommy again. Man of the match goes to Tommy. Right then, it is game number 2. Congratulations to Wizardry. Commiserations to Heritage, by the way. And apologies to birthday boy Don Usao. It's not meant to be, but there's a lot of the evening still to go. So pick up those assists, pick up those 3 points before the night is over. Match number 2. Match number 2. Where do we start with this one? It's the UK Pro Series, boys and girls. And it's the big one. It's the road to WrestleMania. It's the road to the LAN. And if you're not going to the LAN, go to the LAN. Even if your team isn't playing, even if you don't know anyone there, just get yourself down. It's a really good event, and I think this year is going to be 10 times better than last year, because we've got rid of some of those teething problems, and it's just going to be a good wholesome event, I think. So my advice, as per usual, and always has been for the last 6 months, is get yourselves down. If not, make sure you tune in, because Domino and I will be there. What more inspiration do you need? Alright, moving on to these 2 sides. It is, of course, the UK Pro Series. We're still in the group stages. It's a 2... Each team plays each other twice. So 6 games in the group stage. A very long way of saying that. Is Conquer taking on Lincoln Conquer, a brand new side to the stream. So welcome to those guys. And they will be at the LAN, I'm told. So... as will Lincoln, by the way. So maybe a start of a bit of a grudge match. Who knows? Who knows? They've already played each other, because this is match day 4 in the UK Pro Series. And Conquer won that 3-2. So already a bit of a rivalry. Conquer sit in 2nd place in that group table. Lincoln 4th with no wins in 3. Whilst the other 3 sides are on 6 points each. So it's now or never for Lincoln, pretty much. They've got to get a win here away from home to Conquer. Conquer Elite A side, and Lincoln a League 6 side. So there is an absolute chasm there. But as I said in the intro, Lincoln City Esports one of the, I think it might have been the game of the season for season 12 in the cup against Salford 2 seasons ago. They are capable of big things, so do not count them out. I think they'll enjoy going into this as underdogs. They've lost a couple of players since then. Of course, Davies has gone off to greener pastures. Wanja's still there though, and of course the man, the myth, the legend. It's only Bams. He's playing in CDM tonight. I genuinely think he's one of the best cams in the, I was going to say the lower leagues. I'll say the English leagues, not in, outside of the Prem. There you go. Outside of the Prem. I knew what I wanted to say. I just didn't know how to say it. Ryan H. partners only Bams in CDM tonight. He is the gaffer. 1 loss in 6 for Lincoln. So they're in pretty good form. 23 goals scored in those 6 games, averaging way over 3 goals a game if my Sonny Luco maths is any good. I haven't got it written down. It's just mental maths, mate. You just can't teach that kind of thing. Conquer, on the other hand, 21st in Elite A. So whilst they're in a very good league, 21st. So I'm not going to say if it's good or bad, but they're 21st. No wins in 2, but they were 4 straight wins before those 2 games. So to be honest, it's cup football, so everything I've just said just basically goes out of the window, and it's just a straight shootout between these 2. Conker will love the fact that Hodjo is up front for them tonight. What I said about Bam is basically what I'm going to say about Hodjo, one of the best strikers outside of the UK Prem, and he's at Conker, so fair play to Conker because that's a great signing. 14 goals so far this season. He partners D'Amico up front, who scored 25 goals last season. So between those 2, they've got a lot of goals in them. We've got Pingett's son, who is the gaffer, although he's also known as Poddy. Right, we should be getting into this game. Looks like both sides are ready, so let me just chase these up. I'm sat in the Lincoln dressing room. They're definitely ready to go. Central centre back Dave, always the best defenders. The Express getting a big shout out from the chat. Same with Poddy as well. He's the gaffer. He's central centre back tonight. Tell you what, Watty though is a player that I know. Very good player. Very underrated player as well. A player with bags of potential too. Used to seeing him in central defensive midfield. Seen him in a couple of pro clubs weekly events. Very good player playing at centre back tonight. Got a good little team going on. Do Conquer. It'll be interesting to see them tonight. Be very interesting to see them at the LAN. Like I said, Conquer won the last game between these 2 sides 3-2. Just waiting for invites to be sent. Wanja. He is the highest rated player on that Lincoln side. He also is their top goal scorer with 8 goals and 6 assists as well. So proving he doesn't just score goals, he'll get you them as well. CQ Dante. Is CQ Dante good? We're about to find out. We are about to find out. It's the best place, to be fair, it's the best place to find these kind of things out. Pro Clubs Weekly. In the spotlight. On a Monday night. Likely that these 2 sides will meet at some point as well in the VPG LAN event in July. Like I said, boys and girls, make sure you, if you can't get up to it, I appreciate if you're far away or if your team's not playing or you literally have no interest in attending, make sure you jump into the live stream. We live streamed all day last year and it was a really good event. There were a few hiccups, of course, but the atmosphere and meeting people who you see and speak to every single week, but their pros look like that. It's nice to put usernames to faces, basically. There'll be lots and lots of cameras there, as there were last year. There'll be even more cameras there this year, because one of the cameras that we had, the handheld, was not working. So if we can get that one working, that will be even better. Captain America's in the chat. Good luck tonight, mate. Good luck with your games tonight. It looks like... I was going to say, it looks like they're... yeah, there they go. They're resetting. Some people got the message. Some people didn't, obviously. I'm not sure how long you're actually allowed to wait to start these games. I've got a baller build request for Tommy in my DMs. To be honest, I was thinking it myself. I was thinking, not that I want to steal anyone's idea, obviously, but I was thinking it myself. 3-0 Conker. I mean, obviously Conker go into this as favourites. Lazy journalism, but they are in, what, 5 leagues above them. Stranger things have happened, though. Again, I'll remind you of the game of the season in Season 12 between Lincoln and Salford. Pretty much the same situation. Maybe Salford a league below Conker, where Conker are at the moment. Possibly. Stranger things have happened. It's the no wins in 3 in the UK Pro Series that does throw me a little bit. Yes, Captain. Yes. Exactly that. Exactly. Honestly, the levels between 97 and 100 are bad enough. I cannot even fathom 117 to 120. That sounds grim. I couldn't do it. I don't think I've got my pro personally because I'm doing this all the time. Well, when do I have time to play the game? I don't think my pro's been above level 70 since I started Pro Clubs Weekly 2.5 years ago. So that's 3 FIFAs. When we've made videos, when we're doing... that's not going to work, is it? You can't see because my camera's in the way. It's on 33 seconds, so they're gonna get kicked out of this. But yeah, when we're doing videos and we're doing trials, we did trials for Salford when they had the actual club connection. I think my pro was level 58. I don't even think he had his second play style for that. It was nasty. It was nasty. Yeah, it happens. It happens. The game, yeah, I'm not going to sit here and bash EA for obvious reasons, but the game is not in a good way at the moment. We've had worse. We've had worse. But that's not an excuse to keep being crap all night, because we've got stuff to do. We've got stuff to do. After this, Europa Esports, top of the VPG Esports Premier, the pinnacle, taking on the Portuguese side for the win. Last season's, they're not last place, last season's 3rd place, and that is followed by the big one, Prolific against Brownvag. That is 8th place, 6th respectively. Those games have times, of course they do. Whether or not we're never going to hit those times, because the next game is supposed to be in 7 minutes, 8 minutes. My math's terrible. CC Masterclass. Let's see it. Let's see it. Reminder of the teams as we're waiting to go in. D'Amico and Hodjo. How do you stop that front 2, boys and girls? Does Ryan H have a plan for those 2? Or is it just going to be a straight shootout? Often is in the cup, which is why these 2 sides played out a 3-2 last time, I guess. It's why we continuously put the cups in our scheduling for the streams. We don't want to miss those games. They're often they are the best games of the night. Well, you know what I mean. Most entertaining. Let's say that. Right, here we go then. Second time of trying. I'll let you know if there's any mystical, magical numbers behind my camera. So far, so good. I think it will. MJ, I think you've tuned in at a good time, mate. Cup football in VPG is always good. Conquer will want to win because they're level on points with 2 other teams, and Lincoln, if they don't win this, to be fair, they're out. So they've kind of got to do something. Plus, like I said, Lincoln, 23 goals in their last 6 games. It doesn't matter who you're playing against. If your team's scoring 23 goals in 6 games, you're a good side. You're a good side. Let's go then, boys and girls. Match day 4 in the UK Pro Series. Underway. From right to left are the Imps. Lincoln City. League 6, Lincoln City. On the attack, early doors. Breaking into the box is Nath. Good clearance, hooked away. This is exactly how they started the game. And I'll keep referring to that Season 12 game. It was game of the season. They know no fear. This man, Wanderer, as well. Their top goal scorer, 8 goals so far this season. If they play like they played in that game of the season, I think they'll be alright. And as neutrals, we will be entertained. Are you not entertained? Wanderer working well. Winning it back for his side. Here's Nathan again. Into the box it goes. Pods is there. Going to fall to White. Good composure. Wearing the number 1 shirt. Why not? Gaffer takes it down. Ryan H. gives it to Bam. Told you. One of the best cams outside of the Prem. Wanderer. On the overlap is Nathan. Oh, he's fired it goalwards. It's gone over the crossbar. High wide. It was pretty handsome, to be fair, but Mazers, yeah, he didn't seem too bothered about it, did he? Smithy, good ball down the line. TJ inside to Murder. CC, ball that is. Finds D'Amico. The Express is there. Goes through his man as well. Interception 1. Tackle 1. Good virtual 30 seconds for him. The Express by name, the Express by nature. Nathan Villa having a quality game so far over on that right-hand side of midfield. Good football. This is League 6, boys and girls. Lincoln playing a bit of carpet football through the thirds. Here is Mazers. Only as far as Bam. That's better. That's better from Conquer. Both these sides will be at the VPG UK LAN as well. So we'll be looking to see what style they play. Whether or not they're in for contention as it's knocked down to Deadeye on the edge of the box. Cano wins it back, but Hojo is there for probably his first touch. The centre forward for Conquer. It's been one of those games, 16 minutes. Here's his second touch. There we go. Dante. Acres to run into. And he's doing it. Holds it up. Gives it to Murder. Hojo slides it through. First time. Good save by Lodger. Is that Lodger or Basil? Either way, good save by the goalkeeper. Looking for edges instead. It's going to find its way to Bam. It was Deadeye who made that first clearance. Sends a man for a Twix as well. The ball over the top was on. This man loves a ball over the top. Probably should have gone over the top there. Hojo, very dangerous striker. Finds D'Amico through one-on-one. It's another big save from the Lincoln City goalkeeper. End-to-end so far. Just missing a goal. That's a big chance though. D'Amico, 25 goals last season. Gilt edge by his high standards, but Hojo, striker turn provider. Wanja loses his man. Good work from him. Needs to go, does go. 3v3 as Nathan gets it through to Deadeye. Waiting for support. Lil Man kind of gets it away, but gets his shot off instead. It kind of worked, but he was not the target at all. Hojo working well. Good work from him again. TJ Mills on the overlap. Will cut back, but Nathan Villa is there. 3-2 earlier in the season between these two sides. Conquer won that one. To be fair, we could be well on our way to another 3-2 here. Which way it's going to go, I don't know. As Bam stops a through ball there, which would have put Hojo through one-on-one. Dante on this near side. Loses his man. Space for the cross. Will hit the defender. Go out for a corner. 30 minutes gone. Near post flick on. Back post is there. It's White up from centre back. finds the back of the net, smashes it home once more for good measures, and Conker go 1-0 up, slightly against the runner play. I don't think they'll mind me saying. Like I said, possible 3-2 written all over it this game, because you know what Lincoln are going to do now. Commit men forward. Here we go. 4v4 as TJ Mills does well. Goes through to the goal scorer, Watty. Not a convincing clearance by any stretch of imagination, but once again, that strike partnership doing well for Conker, just letting them keep the ball. They've almost allowed this Conker side to play themselves back into this game, because as you can see, playing through the thirds, I mean, Bam gets cleaned out there. Playing through the thirds, Lincoln look good. Murder into the box, expresses there once more. A stocky build for that man. Looks for striker's feet, won't find it. Someone might have lagged out, because that is the CPU that's just come across there. Good interception from him, to be fair. That's either CC or Smithy boy. On the overlap, 2-1, top goal scorer gives it to little man. Mazes again, big save. Parries it around the post. It will be a corner, but Lincoln knocking on the door. And now, essentially, a man to the good. Headed down. Mazes, just make sure. Just make sure. MJ Field is entertained. So that's good. The camera settings. Matteo, there's no way for me to find those out. Absolutely no way of finding those out. Do you like them that much? Are they that good? Dante. Good feet from him, but ran into traffic. Double team from Canil. He does run out of play, though. D'Amico looking for his strike partner. Can't find it. Murder. Slides it through to Dante. And Hodjo's picked his pocket. That's another massive save from Lodger. Not for the first time tonight. Keeping his Lincoln City side in this game, because it's two huge saves. D'Amico again finds Hodjo. Expresses there. Good work from him. Can't clear it though. This press from Conker has been good so far. Exhibit A. Mills, edge of the box, squares his man up, but it's Nathan Villa who's had a good game so far. And that's half time. Do you know what? I wasn't even looking at that top left-hand corner. That tells you when you get surprised by half time, that is when you know it's been a good game. 1-0. 1-0 to Conker, who, to be fair, they played themselves back into the game quite well. Lincoln have looked like a really, really good side. To be honest, I'm gonna end up overanalyzing this. Both sides have looked good. Both sides have had good chances. It's just been that set piece goal. Watty was there, right place, right time, and that's the only difference between the two sides at the moment. It's been free flowing. It's been end-to-end stuff. This is cut football, boys and girls. This is why we tune in. That's why we tune in. This second half, I assure you, is gonna be a banger. It's gonna be a banger. Here we go then. 45 minutes. Conker down to 10 men, technically. They've had someone lag out. I don't know who it is. Although I'm sure I've seen CC's name. So maybe it's Smithy Boy. Lincoln won't mind one bit. They need to get this man on the ball as much as possible. Bam, gives it into Deadeye. Looks for top corners. It's another good save from Mazes. Dante with the 90-yard clearance. Are they going to get something on the end of it? Oh, he's got his flag up. I have no idea why. It's not offside. Hodjo was just taking it. He's defied. I think everyone stopped. I stopped. The back line stopped. Hodjo did not stop, and he got his just rewards for it. He's doubled the lead. It's 2-0. Went by himself. Smashed it home. 2-0 Conker. How he made anything of that clearance, I'll never know, but he's a world-class player. One of the best strikers outside of the UK Prem. I told you this. Good interception by the CPU again. It's the second one. But that's what good strikers do. And it's allowed Conker to really, really play themselves into this game, because the hold-up play between D'Amico and Hodjo, and the link-up play as well, has been phenomenal. I think Lincoln have arguably been better team playing through the thirds, but Conquer have got those 2 players up front. Canio on the overlap. Gets the shot cross across the face of goal. Conquer have also got Mazes in goal too, which has been a real big help. A real big help. And the CPU is having a world-class game, by the way. Murder thinks about snapping the heels. There he is again, the CPU. He's going to get man of the match if he's not careful. Hojo's giving him a good run, of course, but TJ, I was going to say TJ does not lose out to Nathan because he's got a free kick for his troubles. I feel like they're in no rush to take this. There's 32 minutes left on the clock. Jobs are good in for Conquer. However, Murder into the box. Cleared only as far as D'Amico. Kane clears it as well. Will be Conquer to restart on that far side. Good turn. Good 2 lots of turns by Berry, but it is cut out by Canil. Into Deadeye. Slides it through. It's 2v1. Gives it to Lil Man. He's hit the post. And the rebound was not kind either. Oh, Lincoln. What have they got to do to score? They were queuing up there. Queuing up there. Conquer maybe just need to think about a bit of game management here because they've just chucked it into the box. Three white shirts in the box waiting. They did get cut short at the back there, but TJ Mills has won it high up. It's going to fall through to D'Amico, who looked for his strike partner again, who's found him all day, by the way. The easiest pass of the night. Could not find it. That really would have put the game to bed at 3-0. At 2-0, I feel like Lincoln still fancy their chances, especially as Conqueror not interested in any types of game management. Here we go. It's finally Lil Man's turn after 3-4 attempts. Mazes has been beaten. Game on. 2-1. It's been coming. It's been coming. I think Poddy really needs to have a chat with his team now and say, look, I know we're on Pro Clubs Weekly, I know we're on the VPG stream, but also 3 points is kind of what we need here, boys and girls. The UK Pro Series group stage, game number 4. They are level on points with 2 other teams on 6 points. Lincoln are bottom of that league. If they lose this, they are officially out, or as good as. So they'll be doing everything in their power to get something out of this game, and maybe not even a draw. They kind of need a win. That is an animation I've never seen before. What a run this is. Absolutely marauding on that far side. I think it was Canil. He's absolutely just benched someone to the floor, skinned 2 players, got his team a corner. Absolutely bodied that first man. Never seen that before. Wanja keeps it alive. Express. Good turn from the big centre half. Gives it to Deadeye. It could have been Deadeye, actually. It looks like the same player. He's been quality. I can see why it must be a headache between who plays in Cam between Deadeye and Bam. 2 quality players. And this Lincoln side have not looked out of place at all. Ball comes in. It's a good-looking ball. White is there, the goal scorer. Comes straight back in. The CPU is there to pick up the pieces. I tell you what, boys and girls. He's making a good claim for it. He's making a good claim. Hojo flicks it on to Dante. Breaks into the box. Cuts inside. Squares it to D'Amico. The ball's still free. Lodger somehow gets back at it. 12 minutes. This is not finishing 2-1, boys and girls. Not a chance. Not a chance. Nathan. Good work from him, by the way. He's had a good game too. Smithy boy. Hojo gives it to D'Amico. Murder. What a through ball that is. Hojo to finish the game. Instead squares it. It's going to fall back to the unselfish striker. And D'Amico's got to tap it if he can make it. And that is some clearance from Malafudge. A slide tackle, goal saving, goal line clearance. It's end-to-end stuff, boys and girls. Cup football at its best. Edge of the box, not going to work again. They did that first time. I'm not sure what they're trying to achieve there. It's going to fall to Bam. Goes striker's feet. They've got 4 players up. I tell you what, they've rescued that one with this man. Wanja, their top goal scorer. 8 goals so far this season. 6 assists too. Dante This is a bit more like it from Conker. Just the one player up, and Dante comes all the way back. That's what we expected more. Bit of game management. It's been great to watch from a neutral point of view, but yeah, I can't imagine Polly's been best pleased with some of the choices, let's say. Gaffer, Ryan H gives it to his striker, lays it off to the cam, but Berra is there. Good work from him. Overlap from Dante. Smithy plays it into centre mid where D'Amico drops in and flicks it on. Cam's there again, of course he is. CPU, sorry, is there again. Pods. First time ball. Can Lincoln get something out of this game? At this point, it would just be spoiling the party for Conker. First time shot cross, going to fall back at the feet of Canil. Again, that shot cross along the floor is turned behind their own goal line for a corner. Excellent game of football. Ball comes in. They're going to win it first. And knocked down. Mazes is there wearing the exact same shirt as the Lincoln City striker. I thought it might have been his. And confirmation, boys and girls. It's Conker 2, Lincoln City Esports 1. Hopefully, I'll leave this screen on for as long as possible. I want to see some stats because it was end-to-end stuff. It might be one of the games, one of the most shots I've ever seen in a game before. Show us those match stats. We're not bothered about individual stats, boys and girls. Come on, come on. I'll leave that up for you whilst I go and get this next game up because I think, looking at the chat, they may have already started. Which is not great. They may get told off for that. Here we go. Straight in. Straight in. We can't wait around. It's 20 minutes in. 20 minutes. Someone's going to get told off for that. Conker, congratulations. Well done. 2-1 win over Lincoln. Commiserations to you, boys. A great game of football, by the way. No time to look at the teams. We'll have a look at them at half-time as Gothew slides it through. And there is, I don't even know who it is because I don't have the team sheet up myself, but it's the right midfielder through on goal. And it's for the win. For the win are a goal to the good. Possibly not expected as they're playing the league leaders. It's Furian. I thought it was Furian, but I also thought it was Europa who scored. It is for the win then in the all black, as we now know. Europa, league leaders, Europa. In the all white. What a fairy tale start to the season Europa have had. Promoted last season. First after 3 weeks of VPG Esports Premier. Are for the win. Gonna bring this side crashing back down with their gaffer, Fabian Quiros. Buttra is there. Previous game was fantastic, Rella. Really, really good game. End-to-end stuff. Two teams who just want to go and attack, and I love to see it. Love to see it. Europa then, just the one loss so far this season. For the win, down in 16th. Last season's 3rd place. You know they're not a bad side when they've got players like this as well. Deuce Liao, their top goal scorer, finds back post. Lets it fall onto the volley and D Ultra smashes it home. Right midfielder to left midfielder. Tanks it past the goalkeeper. Nothing Scripter can do about that one. An XG of 0.28. And he's found the back of the net and he's doubled the lead for the win. Europa, a bit like Heritage. Just a bit shell-shocked. Darth Scripter is statistically the best goalkeeper in the league as well. Top ranked. Top ranked. Corner then for the league leaders. For now, league leaders. For the win. Worryingly for Europa, they don't look like they're going to stop. Keepers come out for it. Gets a hand to it. They will concede a corner for their troubles as well. And for the win are piling on the pressure here. First place 16th. Swings it in. Fabian Quiros. Back post. There it is. Free header. It's Ricardinho. For a centre-back, that man sure does love a goal. The Portuguese at the back post. It was a world-class cross into the box. Back post was the centre-half. Not for the first time tonight. A centre-back headed goal. 3-0. I wouldn't believe it if I wasn't watching it with my own two eyes. And I tell you what, it's lucky we caught this game when we did. Because if I turned this game on after watching that Lincoln game and saw this scoreline, I would have been real mad. We have been here for all the goals. So I can believe it myself. But wow. Fabian Quiros. The cam for this For the Win side. It's top quality football. Top quality football. Don't let the league position fool you, boys and girls. 16th place, but they've got world-class players. Well, I'm literally looking at their team now. I'll show you at half-time. How this side is 16th, I'll never know. But they're beating the league leaders 3-0 before half-time, so... Slide rule pass to Canella. Cuts in on the right, back onto the left. Thinks about going down. Will get a corner for his troubles. Europa need a goal here. They need a goal here. What must Alvaro be thinking? He's taking the corner, swings it in, finds Bruno, and I tell you what, I'll give the cheer. I'll give the cheer sound effect because fair play. Fair play. Right. Here are those team sheets. And yeah, just talk about this For the Win side. Bruno, Ricardinho, and Vip. I mean, no offense to Angel, but they're the three I know because they're three world-class players. Pinedo and Braga in central defensive midfield. They're up there. They're up there with the best partnership in the league. Furian, we know, has been there, done it. He's got the t-shirt. The Ultra just popped up with a world-class volley. Fabian Quiros, Juice Leo, and Gonthiao. That front three, very dangerous as well. Top goal scorer is Juice Leo. Fabian the Gaffer, he's also their top-rated player. 3 goals, 5 assists. Europa, we'll talk about them during this second half, but it's all to do for them. It is all to do for them. Here we go then, boys and girls. 3-0 down. What can the league leaders do? They have won 9 in a row before tonight. 3-0 down at halftime. Only lost 1 goal. Only lost 1 game in the VPG Sports Premier this season. And that was on stream to Braunschweig as well. And I'll tell you what, they're unlucky. Very unlucky in that game. They've got the firepower though. Joker up front for them. 12 goals this season. That's the slide rule pass. Fabian Quiros joins in the party this time. 4-0 against the league leaders. What is going on? For the Win have came to party and they are partying on. This happens occasionally. Every now and then we just see a team turn up. It doesn't matter who they're playing against. Could be top of the league, could be bottom of the league. They just turn up. They get the shot off. It's going to fall to Joker. Oh, someone's gone down. It's not going to... That's when you know the luck is not on your side. Someone's gone down with an open goal and they've not got a pen. That was a chance. I'm not even saying to get back into it. I can't see Europa scoring 4 goals from here. And if they do, we'll be talking about this game for years. Pinedo with the clearance. But the initial shot stung the palms of Bruno. And it was Pippa who tried to put that one away. Fabian Quiros eventually bullied out by Rubio. But this Europa side, I'm just looking for any players that are missing. Through ball, looking for the wide midfielder. Won't find its way, but I tell you what, it will find its way to Fabian Quiros. For the Win. Looking like they're not done yet because they still had the front 3 left up. Smelling blood here. As Furian, who scored that first goal, back there doing his defensive duties, runs out of pitch. Good feet from him originally. It will be Zema with the throw-in, and it's the first VPG Esports Premier game of the week, and they would have been absolutely buzzing last thing on a Thursday last week, knowing that they were top of the league. Offside, that will be by Canella. How you just don't expect this to happen. You just do not expect league leaders playing 16th place. I know For the Win are a very good side, and I know Europa know they're a very good side. But you don't expect to be 3-0 down at halftime. You don't expect to be 4-0 down at any stage of the game. But here we are. It's an absolutely cruel, cruel league. Joker, the top goal scorer, big save from the Portuguese shot stopper, Bruno. Portuguese international as well. Headed down. Ultra is there. The ball spilled. Vip's got it on the line. He's dispossessed by Canella. A glimmer of hope. A glimmer of hope. And I tell you what, the good thing for Europa is they've had a couple of those in this second half. A couple of goal mouth scrambles. They've got the players in this side like Canella, like Joker, like this man Pippa. Here we go. Are we going to see something spectacular? We said if they manage to get something out of this game, we'll be talking about it for years. Europa, it is down to you now. You have the stage. Fabian Quiros, the gaffer, just held on to that kickoff for as long as he could. And I can imagine what he is saying. Imagine what he is saying. Tranquilo. Calma. It's For the Wins to lose here. They might have to change their name if they do not win this game. Fabian Quiros, the gaffer. Big tackle from Rubio. They've still got over 20 minutes. But Gonthial is through on goal as they look for a third. Darth Scripter will save and then punch. They've got to just watch these tackles. Namos is dispossessed by the original shot taker. Alvaro there, the gaffer for Europa, back there. Good defensive work from him. Goes long. Lots of white shirts up there. Canella, great win. Zema thought about that through ball. Instead goes wide. The Pippa, the goal scorer. Rubio takes it down. Gives it to Carlos, who's been fantastic so far this season. That's a great ball. Angelo with the clearance. I misread his name earlier. I apologize. Angelo is a fantastic centre-back, by the way. So apologies for that. Back four for the win. Very good. But they've been breached twice and maybe looking for a third time. It's over the bar from Nanos, and it will not be courtesy of a deflection, so they will not get a corner. But I tell you what, they might get a chance through on goal. And there is the man who just saw his header go over Namos. Good defending out. Another win. You saw the aerial plus play style just highlight as he won that header. Very popular at the moment for strikers. Vip winning that one though. Rubio sends it straight back to where it came from. Vip for a second time. Rubio heads it down this time. Gonthial, great work from him. Tracking back. Fabian Quiros is just picking up some fantastic spaces this game. So hard to defend against. And it's eating up a lot of time for Europa. Not enough though. Alvaro turns on it. Canelo slides it through to Carlos. It's a big save. Vip off of the line. It would have brought them to a goal difference. Instead, it remains at 2 goals. Joker sends it across. How many times has it whipped across the face of the goal? Relax, honestly. This is... I didn't think we could beat the Lincoln game tonight. I'm not going to lie. Ricardinho is there. Only as far as Alvaro. Pinedo, good work from him. Fabian Quiros picks it up nicely. Turned by Gonthial, tries to slide it through. Butcher is there. Zema is there as well. Looks for the professional foul. Can't find it. The goalkeeper comes this time, claims it. Goes to ground. That's what they need. For the win, to be fair for them, they've been restarting the game quickly. Okay. And they're giving it straight back to Europa. I'm not sure what that was all about. Ball comes in though. Headed down. It's going to fall to Canella's feet. Pinedo with the block. There is still enough time for 2 goals. Absolutely enough time for 2 goals. What does Alvaro have in his locker here? The corner taker. Penny for his thoughts. Is it too little too late? Edge of the box is on. Headed down by Nanos. Canella gets the shot off. It's inches wide. Confirmation there that it did not need a save. It was just wide from Canella with that volley. But what a game this has been. 4 virtual minutes remaining. Bruno, after kicking that one off earlier on, is in no rush to play this one up, and it's gone straight down the middle, which I think was probably for the best. D Ultra, his goal seems like a very long time ago now. Gone to you, can't find a teammate, but does very well to win that back. Apparently, the referee does not agree with me, so it will be a Europa. Is that an injury, Fabian Quiros? Deuce Liao looking for the slide rule pass. Won't find it. It is, yeah. I wonder why it came up in red. Lavezzi into Joker. Flip flaps into the box, then flip that back out of the box. Headed down to Canella, who's looked so dangerous this second half. Lavezzi unable to get his shot off. Here is the injured Gaffer. 4 for the win, showcasing his skills. He's gone for the world-class ball. He's going to find a world-class ball because they're getting a mix-up. Oh, he's hit the side netting, and that is probably all I can handle. 4-2. What a game that was. Easily one of the games of the season. I'm so glad we didn't miss any goals. They did their best. They did their best. Whew. Right, I'm going to put the 2 team sheets up for the final game. I'm going to let you look at them because I genuinely need a rest. Because we've just had 2 bangers. I mean, no disrespect to the first game, of course. Wizardry did the business there. 2-0 winners against league leaders Heritage. But those 2 goals, those 2 games, sorry. That was some intense stuff. This is where I missed Domino. I need Domino. I'm going to tell those teams off, by the way. Right then, it is 8th place Prolific for their fifth stream game this season, unbeaten on stream, taking on one of our favorite teams to watch this season as well, Braunschweig. I think this might be their 4th or 5th appearance this season too, and rightly so, because they've been fantastic this season. However, they've started to fall into a slight lull is probably what I'm going to say about that. They are currently losing to Champions League winners Temptation. Let's see where Prolific are. That's the 70th minute over in that game. So we've got some time to just regain, refocus. Prolific are in the 80th minute. So we're all running on time for a 20 past kickoff, I would say. You got yourself 6, 7, 8 minutes. So if you need to get a drink, I'm thinking like tea or coffee or water, not like an alcoholic beverage, because it is Monday after all. But after that game, to be honest, it's just straight vodka. Okay. Professional again. Prolific played 17, won 8, drawn 4, lost 5. 28 points, 3 points behind Braunschweig. Played the exact same amount of games. Braunschweig 17 games, won 9, drew 4, lost 4, plus 7 goal difference. They have just equalized against Temptation, by the way, so that would take them on to 32 points, and Prolific on to 29 with their current draw. So 2 quite evenly matched teams in the league table. But, like I said, Braunschweig, phenomenal first 2 weeks of the season. Week number 3, just going slightly off the pace a little bit. Back end of week 3, yeah. So 1 win in 7 in the E-Prem for Braunschweig, who have just gone back a goal down. 9-2 loss against Team G-Mask. 9-2. I obviously missed that one. So, only found this out about 2 hours ago. I need answers. This Braunschweig side are a very good side. Team GMask are very good as well. Do not get me wrong, but 9-2. And why wasn't that game on stream? Why? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. So, my question tonight is, Prolific, 4 games in 4 on stream. Straight winners. What can Braunschweig do to prevent a 5th win for Prolific on stream? Who, by the way, have seemed to have just changed a few players tonight. Crimmy is playing up front, as you can see, Crimmy and Crimmy. To be fair, if you've ever watched this stream before, Prolific are on it every time, you'll know one of those guys is SJ Clay. So SJ Clay and the gaffer up front. Banash Johnny signed from Fluminense. Not sure what that's all about. I'd like to go and get some more details, but hey, what a signing that is for any team. For any team. He plays in Cam tonight. Jacko LFC, again, a new signing over from, I believe, Black Sheep. Heel partner Kimmy Seasons on the wing, who's been phenomenal this season so far. Brotini and Dilvix are in CDM. Tuanzin, a Scorpion, as always, at the back for Prolific with Zap in goal. Braunschweig have gone 3-1 down. It's game over for those boys. So they'll be going into this 1 win in 8 in the VPG Esports Premier. It's one of those things where they just need to right some wrongs. What I have noticed about this Braunschweig side is the team tends to change quite a lot. And whilst they've got a lot of quality players, and I think I've said this in a previous stream as well, of course they've got quality players, they need to take a leaf out of Team GMask book, because Team GMask won the league 2 seasons ago using 12 players. Whilst that's obviously easier said than done, people have got lives, people have got commitments, yada yada yada. If Braunschweig are rotating players to try and keep people happy, then I'm not sure that's what's best for them. If they're forced, then there's literally nothing you can do about it. They have got some very, very good players in that 11 and in the wings as well, and I think they've got one of the better squads in the whole league. But it's disrupted. It feels disrupted. And I mean, we saw Sand, one of the best CDMs in the league, playing wide midfield last week when we covered the Braunschweig game. We saw Leandro, who's been quality right midfield, playing right centre back. It's difficult. Of course it's difficult. But if they're forced, I get it. If they're not forced, just go back to basics. Go back to basics. Shades is who I want to talk about. Top rated for this Braunschweig side. Centre back probably tells you everything you need to know currently about Braunschweig. Their centre back is their best player, and he's also in the team of the week as well. So I want to say congratulations to Shades. Leandro back to right midfield tonight. San back to CDM, San 95 that is. And Hank, I think, has been very good in that CDM as well. So he's going to partner his gaffer. Kuchen Roll has been brilliant. I was worried when Blickbert, who has been playing Cam, stepped out. Because, I mean, Blickbert's got 7 assists, 3 goals this season. So any team's going to miss that. Kuchen Roll stepped in, and again, like I said, this squad goes deep, and it's a really good like-for-like replacement. But get both of them in the team if you can. Get both of them in, because both of them deserve to be playing. 5 assists for the season for Kuchen Roll, who's been brilliant. So long may that continue if you're a Braunschweig fan. They are missing Gok tonight, who is their top goal scorer, 21 goals this season. So again, any team's going to miss that. Any team is going to miss that. And we said last week, Clade steps in for Gok. Clade, he might be one of the best kind of third strikers when you play a front two, because he's got 6 goals, 6 assists in limited games. Although the more games Gok misses, I guess the more games Clade's going to play. But Kriachura tonight is the main man, 17 goals and 13 assists. So between those 3 strikers, I mean, I'm trying to do some quick maths. I can't, but it's way over 30 goals for the season between those 3. So they've got the firepower. They might be suffering from what I call the digital blues, which having a good side, having some really, really good individual players, and having some really good performances, but just not getting the results. And I think this Braunschweig side are in danger of having a season where they finish mid-table after a very strong first 2 weeks where they were top of the league. They were mixing it with the big boys. They were proving that they can beat some of the better teams out there, the title challengers. And I don't want that to slip off into obscurity. So tonight, they're away from home. Is it a winnable game? Of course, because as we well know, anything can happen in this league. I won't bring up the 9-2 again. Is it going to be a big ask? Yes, absolutely is, because this Prolific side, although they seem to be missing players, I'm not sure again if they're missing players or they're being rotated or the team sheet is the team sheet. So as per usual, both of these sides very, very well matched in the league, but Prolific the home side. Prolific going into this with a good bit of form. 4 wins in 8. So again, they just drew that game on the other channel as well. So then, to be fair, they're not going into it in bags of VPG Esports Premier form, but they got loads of stream form. And Cremy was in the chat earlier on. He knows it as well, and he's probably playing off it. It probably make up the bulk of his team talk. Let's see. Very interesting to see Benas Johnny tonight. Very, very interesting. Fluminense. Portuguese Cam. What a signing for the UK side. Right, we are over with. I always want to call him Cyfox. Old Cyfox. Current LFC. I don't know why that's just gone off. As soon as I turned it over. We'll have a look at the league table instead, shall we? Confirmation that Europa, who we saw a short while ago, get absolutely dispatched. 4-2. Top of the league before a ball was kicked tonight. They did beat Digital. After losing that one and only game before tonight against Braunschweig. It's looking like Fama. If I'm totally honest. 2 games in hand over Digital. 1 game in hand over Europa, but 3 points behind, knowing Europa dropped points in that first game. Yeah. It's tight though, and that's what we like to see. You can see Braunschweig down there as well. Look at that form. The worst form in easily the top, 14 maybe. Not good to see if you are a Braunschweig fan, the old Cyfox boys. But like I said, they'll be looking to change that tonight. They'll be looking to get back on the horse, and what better time to do it than on Pro Clubs Weekly on VPG live stream. Just gonna chase Prolific. Whew, don't forget, same time tomorrow, same time Thursday, Tuesday and Thursday this week, 8 PM live. 4 more games for you. Don't say we don't never do nothing for you. I can take you back across now because we are in the lobby. We are in the lobby. It's the suspense that kills you, as they say. Shout out to Power as well. We didn't mention Power when we're going through those team sheets. He's been quality this season. It sounds like he's been called upon quite a lot. Can't lie. 9-2. Sorry, I said I wouldn't mention it. I can't even fathom. There must be a reason. There must be a reason for that. Giving the managers a bit of a nudge. I mean, we do have the prolific stream, so maybe we can see where they are. Not that I want to dig anyone out, of course. Yeah, they are missing. The man in question, the gaffer, seems to be having some PC problems. That's not good. That is not good for this prolific side. Who are obviously tonight without Sentinel. Their top goal scorer, their absolute talisman. 12 goals this season. Kimi Season's the next closest to him with 4. SJ Clay and Crimmy, if he turns up, I guess, will want to be digging in as well. I'll keep it on this screen. I don't think I'll stick with this one because it's 720p and the other one's better, but at least we'll get up to date news as it arrives. We're not relying on anyone else. But what can you do? What can you do if computer says no? I mean, we don't want to miss this game. I'm not sure if they'll make them play it. With 10 men, maybe? Maybe someone else is hanging around? I don't know. I mean, it would really help them if Sentinel was knocking around, I guess. I imagine there's a reason he's not playing tonight. We have pretty good reason. Reminder then, I guess we'll carry on plugging the LAN event that's happening in July. First weekend of July. There is confirmation in your bottom right hand corner that Crimmy has just signed in. Yeah, first weekend in July, Sheffield, Hillsborough is the location. Year number 2 of doing the LAN event, and it's going to be a big one. How many teams were there last time? 10 teams last time? 8 teams last time? Maybe 8. I'm going to say 8. I should probably know I was there. Talks of rescheduling. I hope not. I hope not. I mean, it was good that he appeared online, so fingers crossed. But yeah, 16 teams this time, boys and girls. So, and it's played over 2 days. Saturday and Sunday. So if you are in the vicinity, make sure you get yourselves to Hillsborough for that one. If not, make sure you tune in live. The live stream last year was actually really good fun, you know. Lots of good crack, lots of good banter, lots of people watching who don't normally watch, parents of players. It was good to see. It was just a good wholesome event. I think this one is going to be even better, so please do make sure you get involved any way you can, even if you're not in attendance in person. Attend in spirit, or at least online. Right then, I'm told, as Banash Johnny moves to cam, I'm told that Crimmy is going to be getting in. Believe it when I see it. Where are you from? Then relax. It's a good watch. I will encourage people to actually come to the event, of course, because it's well worth it. It's a great way to meet people that you talk to online and all that malark. It's really good putting faces to names. Brilliant. But the online is good crack as well. Domino and I will be there all day for both days. I think that first day, I think they're doing like, I want to say like 9-10 o'clock in the morning to like 9-10 o'clock at night. It's going to be savage. It's going to be brutal. And then I think the Sunday is a bit more relaxed. Might start a bit sooner, but it finishes by about 6 o'clock. which is good because I'll have work the next day. Worryingly, though, I think I lost my voice after 1 day. So I don't know what I'm going to be like after 2 days. I'd take some Strepsils or something. Belgium's pretty far, to be fair. I mean, I'm about 3 hours away, and even I'm complaining about the travel. So it all depends, doesn't it? It all depends. You know, if you've got a really close-knit side you've been with for years and years, and it's a good chance to like meet up, then you're probably more inclined. You know, there is confirmation of Crimmy. You're probably more inclined to do something to get there. You know, I get that. Right, for the last time tonight, but not for the last time this week, so make sure you're tuning in on Tuesday and Thursday, same time as always, 8 o'clock sharp-ish, yeah, depending on the mood I'm in. We've seen some upsets tonight. Both league leaders beaten by 2 goals, 2-goal margins as well. None of this shady 1-0. Full-on defeats, so who knows? To be honest, I don't know which result would be a shock here, because either side can beat either side. Prolific go into this slightly more in form, I guess. Someone's not got in either, so I'm not sure if we're actually going to go ahead with this. And if it's Crimmy who's not got in, there might be an issue. Has someone dashboarded before they've got into the game? So it shouldn't crash for everyone. It's Braunschweig's turn. That's the problem. That is the problem. It's difficult. It is difficult. Because Braunschweig have just waited all that time for Prolific. So it happens, I get that. And then it's the Braunschweig guy that crashes. So now it's technically Braunschweig who are holding things up. Oh, honestly. Yeah, go by plane 100%. 100%. I think a lot of the European boys, I think they fly into Manchester. I know they did last year anyway. The problem with it being in Sheffield, Sheffield's a great location, and obviously Hillsborough is amazing, by the way. It's just a little bit far away from airports, I guess. I think holding it in somewhere like Manchester or Birmingham, or I don't want to say London, because London airports are a bit in the middle of nowhere anyway, unless you're flying from London City Airport, I guess. But I mean, if you really want to go, you'll find a way, basically. Yeah, an 8-hour drive. Like I said, mate, if you've got boys who you've played with for years and years and years, and you need an excuse to meet up, an 8-hour drive is an 8-hour drive. I get it. But also an 8-hour drive is also an 8-hour drive, so I get that one as well. Right, there's the invite. Second time lucky, hopefully for the last time tonight. He says. It is Braunschweig versus Prolific. The Germans against the Brits. The Brits and the Portuguesa. Bonas Johnny playing in cam tonight. You should have. Although I feel like if you were gonna miss one, it might as well have been the first one. Because like I said, there were hiccups. It was all honest stuff for most of it. The second one, there were a lot of things have been learned. So I think if you're ever going to drive 8 hours to one, it might as well be this one, not the last one. Right then. Hopefully we've got 22 in. For hopefully the last time tonight. It is. Prolific in the all black, taking on Braunschweig in the all white. And here is Team of the Week, Shades, playing it off. SJ Clay. Teo takes that down. I thought he might have let it roll, but Braunschweig are here to play, and that's a good 50-50. Albie's taken one. It's going to fall to Shades. As soon as he saw the man on the ball, picked himself back up. Cut out nicely. I think that might be Banas. Creatura. He is the main man tonight. 17 goals, 13 assists. Banas Johnny, though. SJ Clay sends a man for a Twix. Onto that right foot. Goes near post. The keeper had committed to the far side. And if that had been on target, questions would have been asked. Instead, Para fires this one. 70 yards to the opposite flank. Finds its way to Dilvix. Playing a bit deeper tonight in his CDM. I mean, he's played there all season, but seen him a lot in Cam. Very, very capable Cam. Here is the gaffer, the man we were waiting for. Crimmy swings that one in near post. Doesn't find its desired target. Dilvix does well. Good battle by him and Hank. Hank's been fantastic so far this season, as is this man, KB Seasons. Good football from the Brits. Dilvix tries to go over the top, just forcing it. Shades comes across. There's that 90-yard clearance we love from centre-back. Tuanze, towering header. Brotini is there. Good interception from him, and they needed it too. Helped on by Banas Johnny. Looked tidy so far already. Jacko breaks into the box. Swings it in early. Someone goes down. I think it was SJ Clay went down. Nothing given. Nothing looked at. Kimmy Season helps it on. Does SJ Clay. Cut out by Jacko. Leandro back there from right midfield. Clay drops very, very short. Tries to help it on its way. Good work from Brotini. Very good work from him. Jacko LFC, new signing. Playing in midfield, up from his usual fullback position. San, though, is wise to his guys. Steps across, cuts out that pirouette. Trissy also concedes another throw-in. There is the gaffer to the new signing, Banas Johnny. Good feet from him. Leandro is there, cuts that out, goes down the line. Tuanze picks up the loose ball. Dilvix. Crimmy slides it through. Teo is there. It's going to be a 50-50 on the edge of the box. It's Brotini again. Teo is just literally running through his own team. They are the away side tonight. There could be some possible delay as Germany to UK server, but usually this side of Europe tends to be all right. Brotini to Jacko. All prolific so far. Just the one shot, side netting. Big switch of play to Alpi. Dilvix into Brotini. He's had a good start to the game. Both of them have, actually. Far side is Jacko. Good ball. Down the line it goes to the gaffer, Crimmy. Gives it to Banas Johnny. Edge of the box is Dilvix. Gonna get it back. Breaks in. Big save from Para. Great reactions from him. That lanky goalkeeper build. Crimmy swings it in, headed down to SJ Clay. Rush of blood to the head. Over the crossbar it goes. First 25 minutes. Prolific on top, the home side. 3 points behind Braunschweig in the league. Played the same amount of games. Here is SJ Clay peeled off to this near side from striker. Gives it to Banas Johnny, who had just strayed. Let off for Braunschweig, who really need to get something going here. Maybe not via their goalkeeper. Although in the end he does well to shovel it out to Leandro, who's been in fine goal-scoring form on streams, by the way. Swings that ball in with absolute venom. Taken down by Zap. Shades clears. Going to fall to the feet of Dilvix. Good turn from him. Tuanze. Great ball in from Leandro, by the way. Crimmy can't get past his man, although with the help of Jacko he now can. Banas Johnny, lots of the ball for this man. Back sticks, headed out by Shades. Good clearance as well, because it's fallen at Krukenroll's feet, and it's one of his very few and first touches. Creatura gives it back to Krukenroll, the cam. Good bit of skill from him. Can't find the striker, but Tuanze is forced to clear it behind for a corner. This is just what Braunschweig needed, really. A bit of respite for their defensive players and power in there. Swing this one into the back post. Headed out by Kimmy Seasons. Krukenroll picks up. Good work from him. Slides it through to this right-hand side. Trissi is there as the centre-back swings it in. Tuanze, good clearance. Picked up by the cam, Banas Johnny. SJ Clay sends a man for a Twix, but is doubled up. And he did try and play it to the man on the floor, which I cannot really advise. So possession is given away. Here is Crimmy on the overlap. The two strikers doing good jobs peeling off, but it does leave spaces up front as well. Q can roll. Good work from him. Tuanze tried to rush it. Criatura finds Leandro. It tucked in. There he is, playing very, very narrow. Brotini loses out, but wins it back, and probably best, he just puts his foot straight through it. Teo clears up. Falls at the feet of the gaffer. Good work from San. Great work, in fact. 60-yard raking ball. Zap comes out, claims it. We've got 4 minutes till half-time. 0-0. Good ball from Zap. Headed down by Jacko. Seen a lot of the ball over on that far side. Leandro there this time down the line. Excellent pass. 3v3. Clade could have held on to it a little bit longer there. Instead, half a chance wasted. Stepping in for Gok tonight is a big miss for any side. 21 goals this season. 3v3. Q can roll. Plays it through. First time. There's Clade again. Out-muscled by Tuanze. Completes the clearance. And there is confirmation of the end of the first half. Not too much to write home about. I think Braunschweig will be happy with the fact that they managed to play themselves back into the game, because at one point it looked a lot like Prolific's night. It looks like how many are Prolific going to score tonight rather than what might the score be. Braunschweig, though, excellent in that last 10 minutes. I think just you can tell it's 1 win in 8 for this Braunschweig side in the VPG Sports Premier. They're not clicking like they normally do. Again, players like Clade, who you expect big things from, just not making the right decision a few times in that final third. If they can get something together, if they can get something clicking, this game is there for the taking for them, because defensively they've looked good. And Prolific, for all their, I'm going to say, possession and field position, have not created too much. Para's not been absolutely peppered. I think that would be my team talk if I was San. 45 minutes left of the stream. Let's make this a good one. As Teo goes 50 yards back home to his goalkeeper. Both sides desperate for points, that's it. Especially this. The boys in white, Braunschweig, desperate for a win. Banas Johnny's look class. What a good signing that is for Prolific. Jacko LFC tries to switch it. Creature is there. Tuanze, though, steps in, helps his side out. Q can roll. Busy as ever. After a very, very quiet 20-30 minutes. Banas Johnny, 3v3 when this player gets up. 4v4 now. Lots of players going forward. There is the gaffer, Crimmy. Second time of asking. Finds his strike partner, SJ Clay, into the back of the open net. Fortuitous with that deflection, but the ball through was spot on, and the finish was spot on. It is 1-0 to the Brits, to Prolific. Kimmy Seasons takes that down nicely. Down the line it goes. Shades gobbles that up nicely. Braunschweig have to come out swinging now. San waiting for that overlap, finds the overlap. Leandro cuts it back, swings it in. We know he's got those swingers on him. It just, everyone else in this team seems to kind of forget about it. Couple of times he's put that ball into the back post. And just no one gambling on it. Maurice looking for strikers' feet. A Scorpion is there. Quiet game for him. He's not been needed that much. Crimmy, he's not had a quiet game at all. Pirouettes in the box, looks for back post, over the head of the centre back, but over the head of Kimmy Seasons, wearing the number 4 from right midfield, should be illegal. Shades into Kukenroll's feet, who looks like such a tidy player. Good 1-2. Creatura and San joining the attack. Leandro joining the attack, and he has fired at home. He continues his red hot form in front of goal whilst on stream. That man loves a Pro Clubs Weekly / VPG goal. And so do Braunschweig. It is 1 apiece. Back in the game. Great work. Great work from Braunschweig. That's them at their free-flowing best, boys and girls. That's the Braunschweig we know and love. Playing through the thirds well. Q can roll. Creatura. San joining the attack from CDM. It's great to watch. What's great to watch is Prolific playing through the thirds now, but there is San. Another footing tackle from him. Willing runners. Q can roll. Will find them. Completes the clearance. All of a sudden, this game's just got a little bit of a different feel to it now. Prolific going a goal to the good. I think many, including myself, thought they might run away with it. Dilvix to Banas Johnny. Dances his way into the box. Gets the shot off. Red timed it. Parries it. Collects it on the second time of asking. Banas Johnny, though, up there for man of the match. Interesting when Blickbert is around who this Braunschweig side playing can. Because Kukenroll has been fantastic every time we've seen him when Blickbert's not been available. It's a nice problem to have, I guess, for San and the rest of the management staff at Braunschweig. 20 minutes left. Something's got to give. Kukenroll, here he is again. 30 yards from goal. Finds Clade's feet, turns in the box, kept his shot low, but a bit tame. The header has gone all the way through to Clade. He got one for his troubles as well. Stayed on side, and if he flicked that goalwards, it would have been a bizarre goal, but it would have been a very clever goal. Alas. It went wide, and Zap gets away with cleaning that man out. Rarely see them given. We've seen the goalkeeper take the man out a few times tonight. And recently on stream, actually. And I don't think anything's ever been given. San, ball to his feet. Finds Creatura. Clade. Might have strayed offside, I would imagine. Prolific just hanging on in there at the moment. Since they conceded that goal. Played some good football in their half. Not too much of the ball in the opposition half, though. It's been mainly Braunschweig since that second goal. Here is Maurice. Back post. Doing his best Leandro impression. And I tell you what, if he could score as well, that would be a good impression. Here he is to the byline. That first touch let him down. Almost bang on cue, Maurice. You let me down. To Anze. Would both sides be fine with a draw here? Let's see. Jacko tries to slide it through. Hank is there. Had a good season so far as the CDM. Kukenroll, great ball over to Maurice. Centre back just decides to step off him a little bit. Now he swings it in. Headed down by Leandro. Finds Kukenroll. Good feet from him. Gives it back to the goal scorer. Tries to go on the outside. Jacko LFC is very good defensively. We know that. Stood up well. But it's going to come straight back at them. Prolific just hanging on in there at the moment. Maurice can't keep it on. The ball was overhit, but the animation was hilarious. 5 minutes to go then. I said, would both of these sides be happy with a draw? Not that happy might be the wrong word. Would they accept it? I'm not sure. I feel like it suits Prolific a little bit more, maybe. Here is Krimi. Gives it to Kimmy Seasons. Onto that left foot. Back post is on. Cuts it back across goal. From left to right, then right to left. Dilvix keeps it alive. Kimmy Seasons. Step over. Swings it on the left foot. Hustle, bustle in the box. Jacko LFC is not going to be able to keep it on. Looked like he did. We might be going the distance on this one. One apiece. Probably a fair scoreline on reflection, but when have we ever seen anything fair in competitive clubs? Kukenroll, it's got to go. Clay dispossessed by a Scorpion. Great tackle. Alpi goes long. He knows it's last chance saloon. Kukenroll has got willing runners and can find a pass. That's what you do when Kukenroll has the ball 35, 40 yards from goal. You take him down. Don't know who it was. Great decision, though. all of a sudden not too threatening. Well, not as threatening. We have gone over the allotted time. They go short immediately, given 2 shades. Back post is Leandro. I tell you what, it did get all the way through. Dilvix will complete the clearance, and that is game, set, and match. The spoils are shared, 1 apiece. 8th place Prolific, 6th place Braunschweig. I'm not sure a draw does either of them all that good, but when 2 world-class sides face off against each other, often they cancel each other out. To be honest, I think if we played that game half a dozen times more, you'd get a different result every single time, but I think the scorelines would probably even each other out. Two very even sides, and 2 good footballing sides there as well. I think we saw almost two sides of 2 different sides. The very, very good attacking play and the very, very good defensive play, where they have to sit in, they have to soak up pressure. Both sides just showing all the way across their 11s that they can do it front to back, and fair play to them. It's probably a bit more for the diehard 11v11 fans. It wasn't a 4-2 for the win in Europa, and it wasn't a Lincoln conquer match, but one for the purists, I think. So I say congratulations or commiserations, I'm not sure, but thank you very much. Prolific still unbeaten on stream. That makes it 5 from 5, and I'm sure we'll see them again before the week is out. Thank you very much, guys at home, for stopping by and supporting the channel, supporting pro clubs, competitive 11s. Please continue doing what you're doing. We're trying to grow this game mode as best as we can, and the only way to do that is with big numbers and your support. So thank you very much. 4 more games for you tomorrow, 4 more games done and dusted tonight. It's probably going to be remembered for the win. They're not going to have to change their name after all. They did win that game 4-2, and bring it again. Same place, same time tomorrow. Cheerio.